Good morning. Happy Monday. I am. Oh, I can't leave it there. Hold on 1 second. I gotta move something. It can't be where I have it. Shit. Okay. Coming live from this. Oh, jeez. Get myself together. Now my chair is in a weird spot. Oh, excuse me. It's early. And I am early because I have appointments late this morning. And I'm not sure how long I'm going to be gone, and I'm not sure how I'm going to feel when I get back. So I decided to do my Mandala Monday live, and moving pencils. Oh dear. I decided to do my Mandala Monday live. Period. Plus, it was crazy weekend with the flooding and all that kind of stuff. Excuse me. So yeah, it was like a stressful weekend. No fun, really. And so I just wanted to start my Monday coloring. Because pretty soon I ain't going to be able to start my Mondays that way, really. You start my Mondays getting out the house. Okay, so this is the mandala that I was working on. And I finished it the other day. So that's this one. Let me see if I can see it up in that. And hey, Mandy. Yeah, when you have those, I don't know, those crazy weekends where it's like you didn't have one, and like you're like, how do I get back? How do I get back on track? So I figured my way of getting back on track was to start this Monday morning by coloring my mandala, and I've decided to actually use something different something that I don't usually do, and that is to use gel pens. These gel pens. They're like generic gel pens. What is that on there? I'm going to put that off. So that's what I'm going to do. I got to find a place to put this that's going to work for me. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Whew. I don't know if that's going to stay up there. Trying to figure out where to put things on my desk. Watching Evelyn Colors, I'm always like, someday, a lot of people, I look at their organization, it's like, someday my desk will be that organized. But not right now. Okay. And look at the other side of this page. I think it's so pretty. Kind of like a bonus. You get a. I am from the United States, from upstate New York. So near the lake. Very near the lake. Closer to Canada than I am New York City. That's basically where I live. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the shade from my case, but I like the nearness of the case, so I'm going to stick with it. So I don't use gel pens often at all, particularly these kind. I tend to not like them because of the point, because of the barrel, all that kind of stuff. So, but I figure this, because it's such small spaces, I figure this is a prime time to use these. And so I'll probably use like a more broad tip marker in these spaces, but in the tiny spaces, I'm going to use gel pens. Oh wow, you're in Michigan, so you kind of have if you're in the upper part of Michigan, you have the same kind of culture as like we do up here. Yeah, I've always noticed a similarity with people in the upper part of Michigan to here. It's like this whole Great Lakes kind of attitude or something. which I think is pretty cool. So the bonus to these pens is that I sure hope they work on me. I really do. I hope I don't have to do any of those um, dip it in water deals, but we'll see. But the bonus to this is that I have a whole different set of colors I can use now. And do they say you start from the inside and go out or the outside and go in so that you don't smear? I think it's from the inside out. So, ooh, I need my glasses. That's kind of tiny. I'm going to put them, I think I have one pair underneath here. Ah, okay. Cool. Yeah. I noticed that, like, Michigan people, like Detroit and all that area, yeah, we have like a kind of similar mentality and state of mind and stuff. Yeah, cool. So, oops, jeez, I have some stuff too far to the edge of my desk on that side. I almost elbowed it off my desk. Okay, here we go. It started raining again. It was raining again last night and this morning. I was like, oh no, do I need to get my car out the garage right now to make sure that I'm going to be able to get out when I got to go to my appointment? There's a lot going on. I like this color. It's like a sparkly bronze. It's called Persimmon. I like this. I'm going to use all the ones from this side. I don't think I see a lot in here that I've never used before. Although I don't use a lot of these, but of my gel pens, I have like some old color it pens that are, they don't work. A lot of them don't work, but some of them still do, but I don't like them. And I can't remember why I said that, but I'm not going to worry about it. But I really want to use the supplies that I have. I don't want to keep getting things and not using them. But I think part of accomplishing that is knowing what works in what type of, book, with what type of paper, with what type of design, and then understanding of that, what really works for you. Because what works for one person might not work for you. So, I have no idea. I have this is me, no color scheme. We're just diving in to see what happens. So, what's the difference between persimmon and this? The other one was called persimmon, and this one's called chocolate. Not using that one though. Let's see, what color do I want? I'm just gonna use whatever comes out. I just decided to sing. I don't know why. Well, I do sing a lot in the morning. I'm random. I sing all the time. I always have since I was a kid. I used to sing myself to sleep, sing myself awake, sing during the day. You can tell I still have morning voice. Working on my first cup of coffee still. Although it's a big mug, so working on it is kind of like Kind of like I already had a cup, and I'm working on my second cup because my mug is huge. Yeah. So I had to make sure I started my day calm, doing something I like, because it was actually like midnight, and I looked at my email for work. I kind of wound up in there by accident because I was looking on my phone, and there was a long email, and I had all this stuff in there, information, and also letting me know that, okay, whereas I thought I was going to have a I thought I was going to have a 3 hour meeting next Thursday. Now it turns out it's going to be, adding another 2 hours to it, at least. So basically, I'm going to be there for like about 6 hours. And I don't know if I'm ready to be around people, truth be told. Not like that. I mean, they're nice people, but I'm not ready to be in that work head yet. Of course, I didn't really have any vacation or anything this summer, so that might be why, but I like this color too. What is it? Pacific Blue. Pacific Blue. Yeah, I do like these Das Kid gel pens. I really do. And I don't know, like, if all the ones like Suit Color and all of that, if they're all those are basically the same pen or not. I don't know, the relationship between all these generic gel pens, but I really like these a lot. For a gel pen, I really like these. It's kind of amazing that I'm using them this morning. Because, like I said, I don't really like gel pens, but into, I think this mandala really lends itself to using gel pens. So when I looked at this one, I was like, well, pencil looks like it's going to be a pain in the ass to try and do in here, and why bother? I wouldn't enjoy it. And I decided, you know what? Use gel pen. You probably will enjoy working on this if you use gel pen. And so I have. So if I do this one blue, I'm going to skip one. Will it work? Hmm. I'll skip one there. And there. I kind of did something weird in there, but not that it really matters. But don't really want to. I mean, sometimes you do every other, and that can get kind of boring. So have some tension. Don't watch. I'm going to do every other now. There's two there. There's two there. I'm going to put two here of this. You can stop writing. Okay. So it's kind of shiny. Late yesterday, we actually had yesterday afternoon, we had a severe thunderstorm warning with like hail. And I had looked at the sky before that in the south, and I was like, uh oh. It did not look good at all. And I was looking for hooks. Since it seems to be now we have, now that we have tornadoes up here for some odd reason, um, I was looking at the sky and I didn't like how it looked. Do I really want to add purple? I don't know if I want to add purple. What else do I have in here? I want something different. Thank you. I'm not so sure I want to add that purple. I feel like I want to do something different. What else do I have in here? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Put my brown in here. Or persimmons, as they call it. I thought persimmons was more red, but oops. Oh well, I guess we're doing it now, huh? So I have a video that I recorded on the 10th. Was that on Saturday? Actually in 3 separate sessions on Saturday. And because I had to pause it, I had to stop and do stuff. And I did it in Restream, and because now I pay for the monthly membership, I can actually record videos in there, not just stream. And so I've been playing around with that. Um, and so I recorded 3 videos of me working on that page in Lost Ocean. That actually, like, it's a 2-pager, and I have the metallic acrylic marker background on it. And I started working on it with the pencil. Yes, I do. Let me see. I don't know how I share my address or anything, but my name in there. Is it? I think it's this. I think. I think that's what it is. But I will share it and actually probably figure out how to put it in my profile. I'll put that on my list of things to do today. I don't really like. I don't know. I don't really go on there that much or do much on there, but I do have it. I love this color. Yeah, so that the recording and restream um with the three videos last night I used the Movavi video editor, and I combined the three videos and I sped them up, and then rather than add music from that, because then I get the whole copyright thing from YouTube, which, I mean, that's not a big deal because I'm not monetized or anything, and I'm not trying to make money off of this. I'm just sharing. Um, but I just get tired of seeing it. And I didn't realize that using the free stuff from Movavi would still generate, a copyright notice. Um, so, so I uploaded the video that I combined and sped up in Movavi, and then I added music. Forgive me, I have rubber bands in my mouth right now, so I can't totally talk normal. Um, and then I added music from YouTube, which I'm just learning how to do. And I had some problems with that because the video is like 25 minutes long. And it was weird. It wouldn't let me add music to the whole thing. Like, it was like, okay, like, we're going to save it. At one point, I had like 3 songs in there because, they're all kind of short. And then they were gone. It took them off or something like that. I don't know if I clicked something by accident or what. So then I had to start over with it and add the music, but then it would only let me add like 3 songs, and then it was like, okay, we're gonna save your video. You can, it's gonna be a while for it to be processed. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, well, I only have like 2 songs in there, like at the beginning of the video. That's not gonna work for a 25-minute video. Um, so I had to wait a while and go back and edit again and add music again to what was already there, which I was able to do. But excuse me, getting yawn. Ooh, excuse me. But I was kind of upset because I had to try and remember the things that I had already put in there, which I couldn't quite remember. And they have it where you can star the music that you like, but you have to open up the other list, open it up in a new window, and listen to things and star them. So at some point, that's what I'm going to do, because it is easier to add music from there, to either do that or um, add my own, music that I created. So then I don't have to worry about the copyright thing. It's either mine and copywritten to me, or somebody that YouTube already has a relationship with or whatever. Should I alternate those? I just love this pen. I don't want to stop using it. I hope they have a refill for this in that pack because I love this color. It's like a metallic burnt sienna. Yeah, so I went through all that rigmarole with that video, and so it's privated because like I wasn't finished editing it. So when I uploaded it, I did upload it as private because I still had to work on it. But I don't know, I might release that video before I go to my appointment. I feel like I'm doing all this video making now, and then it's going to be like nothing for the next like 4 months. But it may not be that way because I'm getting used to working with this stuff. And I do like having Mandala Monday because I feel like that forces me to a schedule of some kind. So, let's see, what time am I going to get out of work on Fridays? I don't even remember. Um, I think I'm going to get home rather early, I think, relatively to other times. I think I'm going to get home probably around, I don't know, 2:30 maybe? Yeah, because I think I actually start early this semester. Ooh, real early. Which I don't mind, actually. But it's been a while. They had me working in the middle of the day. And I think next semester they're going to put me in the evening, like afternoon, evening. I'm hoping everything starts after like noon because, you know, I hate the gaps of time when I could be at home doing something. Hmm. I don't know how would that look if I did this all in the same color. Just seems kind of weird, but maybe it's not that weird. Let's see how much we get done. The good thing about this using the Restrain, the paid version, is that I'll have a recording of this and I can take it and speed it up and upload another version of this, video sped up. So I kind of like the options that it gives to do different things with it. And see, this is why I needed to pay attention to where. Yeah, I think gel pens in this mandala are suiting my state of mind this morning. That I need to cultivate. Smooth, easy. What's that? I heard a noise. No, something I was talking about the weather yesterday, afternoon. Back to that because I don't think I finished saying what I was saying about that. Um, we did not get hail, thank goodness. HAIL, sorry. And so we didn't get any hail. We didn't get any tornadoes, thank goodness. Um, it rained, but not really hard. So that was a relief. And I guess this is from Hurricane Debbie, I guess. So all that we were getting this past weekend. I just had a thought, like if this goes like up to Canada, that might be good for the folks in Nova Scotia. I don't know. It was like last summer they had those the wildfires right in their tourist season. So this might help some of their stuff to grow back. Look for that cycle. I wouldn't mind visiting Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island. I love Canada. I haven't been there in a while. The Adirondacks are pretty too, but I don't know about meeting bears. I don't think I'm about that bear meeting life. But when you think of all the plants that are up there, the natural, stuff, I wouldn't mind going up there and like checking that stuff out. Although, well, another thing I've always wanted to do is go up to the reservation that's north of here, well, way north of here, and go on like their nature walk that their medicine person has. And they take you through and show you all the, plants that are there and tell you about them and what they do. And I've been wanting to do that for like 20 years. I probably need to just book an appointment and do it. That's probably what I need to do. See, the only thing is, like, well, I'm gonna have to be like loaded down with off or deet or something. I don't want to get bit by a tick and like wind up with fines they carry. But there was a whole lot of things that I just didn't think about when I first got here. And I told you, my cats made me brave. Not even so much the dogs, but the cats. They made me brave. I'd be out there and like, I don't know. I'd be out there in the hot sun, digging, lifting things up, not really caring like what was gonna meet me when I was digging in that dirt. All kinds of bugs and things. Only one time did I have something bite me other than, black I can't say the word. I can't do BL. Black flies, BLACK. Um, and that was oh, what are they called? Earwigs, I think they're called. Is that what they're called? They like, in particular, they like dahlias. And I used to grow dahlias that like would have the huge, like they would have actually, they would have heads the size of this mandala. They were amazing. It wasn't me, it was them. Like in this ground, I don't know. This ground loves plants. Because before I got here, I killed everything, everything. But yeah, the dahlias were really huge, and um, the earwigs, I think that's what they're called, would be in there. And if you didn't see them, they have little pinchers. And I got pinched by one before. It hurt. I don't like them things. But they usually are easy to see, except if they're really hiding in uh, between the layers of the petals, you know. So I miss my dahlias. Okay, so we got a lot of this persimmons. I'm never gonna forget this name of this pen because I love the color. What else do I want in there? What color blue is this? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Why does it look the same? It didn't look like it was the same when I did when I just swatched it. It looks the same. So one is sparkle, one is metallic. It looks like ugh, I feel like going back to bed. I don't know if I want to use more of that. But here I go. So I watched a movie yesterday on YouTube, one that was uploaded to YouTube, and I posted it on my wall. It was really good. I watched it from beginning to end. It has Anne Bancroft and Peter Finch in it. Also has what's his name? Oh, what's his name? He has a funny voice. He was in the movie version of Lolita. What the heck is his name? I can't remember his name. He has that kind of weird, slurry, kind of nasal voice. Anyway, ooh, he played a slimy person in there too. Um, it was a really good movie. Somewhat thought provoking. It's called Pumpkin Eater. Never heard of that movie before. Um, I might go look at some to see what's been written about it. It actually is an adaptation from a novel from from them days. It's like the woman kept having babies, and it was really, I don't know, kind of odd. It's like was she, did she keep having babies to prevent herself from having an affair on her husband? Like, having babies in order to keep herself faithful to her husband because it made her feel the way the setup seemed to be in the movie. It was like this one woman who had a hysterectomy was like, um, it was like her selling point for herself as a woman. And she had a hysterectomy so she could like have sex with anybody she wanted to. I don't know, it was an interesting movie. I'm curious about the some of the context of it. And Anne Bancroft's character just she kept having babies. Even after she had an adult daughter and she became pregnant and she wanted that child. She wanted to have it, but it wasn't like she wanted the child. She wanted to be pregnant. She wanted to have a newborn around so she could avoid certain things in life. So she could avoid adults and she could avoid men other than her husband. Because she didn't seem to know how to act around adults. And she didn't seem comfortable around them. She was only comfortable when she was with her kids. Okay, and like these are spoilers, kind of. My interpretation of what I saw or whatever. And spoilers, probably. But it's kind of weird. It's like she used her kids as a pawn in a lot of ways. She used her kids to avoid life. It was kind of weird. It's like she wasn't a saint, but she wanted to keep having kids so she could stay saintly. Because without them, she would have gone wild, I guess. I don't know. But before being married to this person, to Peter Finch, to his character, she'd been married one, two, three other times. So I don't know. I was curious as to what made the author write a book like this. What did she see, and how was she commenting on womanhood and femininity, motherhood out of that? Because it didn't seem like the typical narrative that you hear of um, white um, women during the mid to late 60s. White middle class, upper middle class women from the 1960s, mid 1960s to the early 1970s. It seemed to fall outside of the usual narrative, and so I'm intrigued by that. Also took place in England, so I don't know if that's part of the difference. But then also Anne Bancroft's character. I mean, I don't know that they really said what she was, but she didn't have a British accent. She was using her regular American, you know, English. So it was a good movie though. Like it kept me watching, which like it's hard to keep me watching a movie. I lose interest quickly. If the story is too predictable or too whatever and the characters aren't likable or somehow they don't draw me in, it's like I'm done. I'm done. But that kept me watching. What color do I need here? We just keep using these until we figure something else out. Quite honestly. I think I'm going to go back to Sparkle. Yeah, so the name of the movie was Pumpkin Eater. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, you know what? I haven't used any of that darker blue. Let me go back to that. Let's use some of that. Some of that. Hmm. I hear the beeping of a commercial vehicle or whatever you call it. I wonder if they're working outside on that culvert that collapsed Saturday or Friday, Saturday. I don't know. Now my days are all mixed up. Whatever day it rained like heck. Friday. It was Friday. I don't know why, but I feel like I need a peach color in here, which seems kind of weird. And it's like it's one of those things like once you do it, there's no going back, no turning back. Hmm. So on my list of coloring things that I want to do this week, I have the two um, cards from Bubble Studio that I want to color. And I already am pretty sure I want to use those Crayola take note um, markers on it. They're permanent markers. So I want to try using those on them. And then I may add other things to it after, I don't know. But I think I want to start with that because I think Bubbles wanted to test out how alcohol markers work on them. So I think, you know, I don't know if those are literally alcohol or not, but they're definitely, they got the same kind of things that happen with alcohol markers happen with them, with the bleeding through and things like that. Um, so that's one thing I want to do, and I want to do that. I actually want to do that lot live. I really can't say L's today. I really can't. Um, the other thing that I should do, and I want to do, and I need to make myself do, is watch Foxy Colorist Live, where Tiffany was showing us how to do the skin tones and write down her advice, her instruction and advice. Write it down on a piece of paper and have it someplace safe with my coloring stuff so that I will follow that when I'll have that to follow. Because the next thing that I'm itching to do, but I don't want to do until I copy down those instructions, is I want to color in my new books. I gotta look up her name again. The Jasmine Beckett Griffith books, those coloring books. Um, I want to use the skin tone instruction in that book. I say those book, but I'm thinking particularly of the first one I got that I showed in the live yesterday. I think that's the one I want to start in. So that's the third thing I want to do. One, two. Somebody's doing something. What are they doing? It's like some kind of construction vehicle. So those are two things I want to do. Um, oh, and I need to do my video for 100 Days of Sketching. So, and I want to kind of have it set up so I can do that on the regular. So even when I get back to work, I can, just do it and post it. So, what else? So it's 3. I do want to start coloring in the Jasmine Beckett. Look at her name again. Sorry, I forgot that quick. Yeah, it's Jasmine Beckett Griffith's book, the fantasy one, fantasy something something. Um, I do want to start coloring in that, but I really want to think about what I want to use to color in there before I do. I know I want to do the skin tone thing in there, so I already told you about my plan with that. Another thing with the skin tone and it is that I want to look at that video by the YouTube channel. I can't talk today. Draw with Color, DRAW with Color. I want to look at that video that I watched of hers and I posted on my wall about that she has about skin tones, where she actually uses polychromos pencils, colored pencils, and she shows, you know, how she creates that. And she is a colored pencil artist. Like if you see her work that she even like has on there in the background and everything, I was like, I was like, wow, you did that with pencil. And I know people do that, but it's like sometimes when you see it, then it's all of a sudden you're like, wow, to see what's possible, a colored pencil in her hand and a colored pencil in mine are like million miles apart. But it's possibly something to aim for. Because one thing about colored pencils is accessibility. They have a similar accessibility to just drawing. Anybody can draw, anybody can sketch. All you need is paper and pencil. That's it. Done. Um, and colored pencil art is similar because, like with oil paints, you got to have like so much infrastructure and so much basic stuff just to do it. You need the turpenoid or turpentine, a solvent, whatever you want to call it. You need the oil. Um, at the very basic, you need those two things, and you need the pigment. You need the brushes. The brushes need to be a certain type of brush so that it can handle the paint. Um, you need the surface, usually like canvas, sometimes wood or whatever, but you need that. Whereas with colored pencils, really, fundamentally, all you need is a piece of paper and the colored pencils. Really. Um, it's like go further if you want to, but you don't have to. Where do I want this blue? Oh, it's gonna go. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm feeling like I need peach in here. That seems so weird, but I feel like I do. I don't know what I don't have a. So there's kind of something that is more, democratic about colored pencils and colored pencil art. So I'm kind of thinking about it and wondering if, like, is that somewhere where I should go? But, well, not exactly. I'm not really thinking that because I got too much going on already. But I suppose somewhere in the back of my mind it is a thought. Because I did say I wanted to try doing a still life with colored pencils. So, ooh, there's the sun. The sun's really trying to show out now. That's nice. Not that it doesn't mean it could start raining right now with the sun shining, because it's weird like that around here. Okay, I might have a blurb on my screen. My fan just started and it stopped really quickly, but I have a feeling it's good. It wants to do something. Here it goes again. Let's check it for updates. What is its problem? That's one thing I never got to do so far this summer, and that is I wanted to go inside the box of my computer where the hard drive is and vacuum it out. Didn't get a chance to do that. And I didn't get a chance to change out my power strip to everything on my desk. There's still time though, but I think we're gonna do this and then I'll end it here. Because I need to get up and move. Okay, so we got a base. I like it. These different colors. So that's it for me for now. Thanks for joining. Mandy, it's nice to see you, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And happy Monday, everybody. Bye bye.